Yo, live from Lagos, Nigeria. First time I'm saying this sentence. Normally it's always live from Damascus, Syria. Now it's Lagos, Nigeria. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds until people join the live video. Nothing important, just updating you guys. How's everyone doing? It's your boy Treka. Right now I'm chilling in Sheraton Hotel in Nigeria. And how's everyone doing? Let me show you guys the swimming pool. How the hell do you switch the camera? I'm getting old for this shit. How's everyone doing? Mary's saying so happy for you. Thank you, Mary. Imad Abu Hassan is saying you did Sheraton. Yes, I'm in Sheraton Hotel. See, this is it. This is the Sheraton Hotel. This is the swimming pool. This is the building. It's actually close to my house. I live close to Sheraton Hotel. It's a very nice place. It just stopped raining. And now we're chilling. Pumpkin Shep is saying good morning Treka, I love your stuff. Thank you, Pumpkin. Beth is saying so excited for you and your new home. Thank you so much. Desert Zombie is saying, did you get the same email about the wealthy Nigerian prince who gives out money to foreigners? Well, there's a new Nigerian prince in town and it's going to be me. I'll be like, send me just $1 million and I will pay you back, but right now my card is not working. And then I'll just run away. J-Rock is saying, does Syria have the best shawarmas in the world? Well, I personally think so. The food in Syria is always amazing. Shawarma, falafel, barbecue, kibbeh, all of this stuff. They're all really, really good. So, let me show you guys around. But I honestly don't know how to switch the camera to the front camera. How do they fucking do it? Normally on Facebook you can do that, but here I don't think you can on Instagram Live. You should be able to. Does anyone know? Let me show you. Let's walk a little bit. Falafel balls are my favorite. Well, I know Pumpkin, you like balls too much. I'm just joking. Yeah, so this is the place. The nice thing about Nigeria is the nature. As you can see, like the color of the trees is always so rich in color. Wait, what the hell is this guy doing? I think he was taking a piss in the street. And now we just exposed his ass. Now he's turning around. I'm going to act. Desert is saying, are you there for a while? Yeah, I am here for a while. I mean, there is no real reason to come back to Syria right now because, as you know, like Syria is still a country going through war, economic sanctions. The situation there is very bad. You know, when I left Syria, I really didn't want to leave. You know, I love my country. I've been fighting for my country for all these years. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I have to build my future. The situation there's always not safe. Economy is destroyed. So you can't find a good paying job, you can't build your future. So it's like only responsible for you to like find a way out and, you know, start a new chapter in your life. And that is what I am doing now. So I've been here for a week. Things are good. I still need a couple of you know, days to really settle down, but it's only like a matter of time until I get completely comfortable. I'm gonna be meeting with my old friends, the friends that I grew up with, went to school with here. I'm gonna also start finding a job, open a bank account, and there's still a lot of things that I need to do, but I'm taking my time because, you know, I'm still new here. So that's it. Desert Zombie saying, I totally understand, but the racist cats. Oh my god, my racist cat Bell. He's shocked because, you know, normally in Syria he doesn't see African people, and now he suddenly came and is surrounded by African people, and you know how racist my white supremacist cat is. So he's having a hard time right now, but I mean, he deserves it. He's been talking too much shit throughout all these years, so it's time my cat learned a learned a lesson. What is funny is that I created this rumor about my cat being a white supremacist racist, and now that's like everyone calls him a white supremacist racist. Just Q saying good morning Treka, I am rooting for you. Thank you so much, Just Q4465. Well, yeah, no, I am really optimistic about the future. I really am. And now even the situation here in Nigeria, like there are all embassies are open, all companies are open. So like I can easily tomorrow travel to America or Canada or UK or Australia or whatever, because there is embassies here. So if I get an invitation or a visa or an employment visa or whatever, like I would be able to travel anytime I want. So that is something that wasn't possible in Syria, and now it's possible because I'm in Nigeria. So there are many positive stuff about Nigeria. Also, you can make money online. It's definitely better than Syria if you want to, you know, like work and so on. Donna Maynell is saying, do you hold the dual citizenship? No, I am only a Syrian citizen. I don't hold any other passport. Does anybody want to join the live video? If anybody wants to join the live video, just send a request and we can chat, because I'm gonna soon end this live video. I just wanted to say hi to you guys, show you around. Like, this is where I am right now. Sheraton Hotel. It's actually close to my house. Beth Goodson, what kind of job will you do? Well, I'm good at marketing and social media management and stand-up comedy, and you know, there are many stuff that I can do. So it's only a matter of time until I find a job, and I'm optimistic, so don't really worry about me. I haven't been able to be active like I used to be when I was in Syria, but because, you know, I just recently moved to a new country, I'm moving, I'm packing in, and you know, all of this stuff, it still needs time. But as soon as I settle down, I'll get back to my normal, you know, activities. Desert Zombie saying, I think the possibility for you in Nigeria makes us all happy. Well, thank you all so much. I really do appreciate your support. All the support that you guys have given me throughout the years has been amazing. It has given me like energy and motivation and all of this stuff. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And I really believe that the future is going to be very good for me. It just needs some time, some patience, and some hard work, and everything will be good. So yeah, I really love the color of the trees here. I know like trees are always green, but like here it's like vibrant. Like the color of the trees in Africa is always vibrant. Look at the color. So very nice. I really like it. Valencia Saint, so excited for your new beginning. Thank you so much. So okay, tell me guys, what do you want my next video to be about? Since we're now talking and chatting, what would you like me to do a video? I know I've been shitting on Joe Biden so much recently, but it's like this guy is not giving me any choice but to make fun of him. Every single time he comes, like, does a speech or says anything, he always ends up saying something really stupid or dumb. So it's like this guy doesn't give me any chance to leave him alone. Every time I see Joe Biden, he always says something stupid, and he needs someone to expose him. My last Joe Biden video, I posted it on Facebook and it went viral, and then Facebook deleted it for me. And they didn't, normally like when they delete a video or they flag a video, they would give you a chance to, you know, disagree. But this time they just told me like, we deleted your video and it's done. Just click on continue and go on with your life. Like they didn't even give me a chance to disagree. They were like, the video that you did about Joe Biden goes against community standards. When in the video I didn't use any insults, I didn't say any offensive stuff. I was just making fun of the way he was speaking, because, you know, he was he was talking and most of his sentences weren't making sense and he was mumbling so much. So I was just making fun of him, and then Facebook sent me a message that we deleted your video because the video you made went against community standards. Just to show you the double standards of Facebook. It's like when Donald Trump was president, people were shitting on him 24/7. They were making fun of him, fun of his color, of his hair, of his skin tone, of the way he talks. They were even making fun of his little kid, Baron, and they were making fun of his whole family. And not even once did I see Facebook delete any video or flag the videos as going against community standard. But as soon as you make fun of Joe Biden or his administration, they immediately start either flagging your video or calling it fake news or missing content or against community standards. It's like these people, even the mainstream media, they're trying their best. They're trying so hard, you know, to protect his image. But it's like, no matter what they do, Joe Biden's image is so embarrassing. Like, the guy can't say complete sentence. If he walks up a stairs, he falls down. The laws that he's doing, the economy in America got destroyed, the border crisis, the foreign policy. It's like you can't, there are many things to criticize, and Facebook and Instagram, they're not allowing you to talk about this stuff. I don't know why. So yeah, it's like crazy. It's like you guys are slowly losing your freedom of speech. It's like you can talk, but there are specific topics that you're not allowed to talk about. So it's like this whole freedom of speech thing it's an illusion. It really is an illusion. Let me show you guys the restaurants over here. Wait 1 second. He's a terrible president, worst ever. Well, yeah, of course Joe Biden is a terrible president. I mean, think of it. In the first month of his presidency, he threw bombs and rockets on Syria. First month, like in the first 30 days of his presidency, he threw bombs on Syria before he even gave the American people their stimulus check. And then look what he did in Afghanistan. He pulled out of Afghanistan, and then suddenly the Taliban took over and the country got destroyed and a refugee crisis happened. You want to convince me that Joe Biden didn't know what he was doing? He knew what he was doing, and that is what he wanted to happen. He wants to destabilize the Middle East, just like Obama did, and just like George Bush did, and just like all the American presidents have been doing. It's crazy and sad, but it's the truth. And as long as people are silent, it's going to continue happening. Montiel is saying, is there restrictions there with COVID? Well, there, like when we first entered Sheraton, they were like, you have to enter and wear a mask. But as soon as we enter the building, you have to remove it. It's like, it doesn't make sense. And like, if you want to enter a restaurant, you have to wear a mask. But when it's time to dine and sit on your table, then you can remove it. It's like stupid laws. And even when I traveled to Nigeria, I did the PCR test in Syria. And then I traveled from Syria to Lebanon, Lebanon to Egypt, Egypt to Nigeria. And when I entered Nigeria, they were like, you have to do another PCR test. I was like, why should I do another PCR test? It's like, I did the PCR test like 9 hours ago. They were like, no. You have to do another PCR test. And for each PCR test, you have to pay $100. So it's very obvious that most of these governments right now, they're using this whole COVID thing and the PCR thing as a business, you know? Imagine every single person entering the Nigerian airport has to pay $100 for the PCR test. So can you imagine how many millions of dollars they're making every day or every week just from PCR tests alone? So it's like all of these governments now, they're using it as a business because it doesn't make sense. I did a PCR test like 9 hours before I entered Nigeria. Why the fuck would I have to do another PCR test and pay for it? It's like, you understand? It doesn't make sense. But like I said, they're using it as a business now and to control people. And as far as I heard, like most of the nightclubs here in Nigeria, like at 12 o'clock they close. Because you know, like coronavirus only spreads after 12 o'clock and onwards. It's stupid rules that doesn't make sense, and I don't know when it will end. Desert Zombie saying, do you think the Middle East will be chill if Israel wasn't a country? I don't think so. Even if Israel wasn't a country, the people in the Middle East and the Arabs will keep on fighting each other. The Arabs have been fighting each other way before America ever existed and way before Israel ever existed. So a lot of Arabs like to put all the blame on the West, when in many cases they're many cases where like American presidents have played a very huge role in destroying the Middle East. Like for an example, Syria. If it wasn't for Obama, you know, funding ISIS and funding Al-Qaeda, sending them weapons, the situation in Syria wouldn't have been this bad. We wouldn't have reached this point. But if you want to look at the history of Arabs, you know, they've always been fighting each other, the Sunnis and the Shias and Iran and Saudi Arabia, and like they have always hated each other. Look at Lebanon right now, they're killing each other. That has nothing to do with Israel. They hate each other, very sectarian and so on. So I don't think if Israel didn't exist, there would be peace in the Middle East. That's bullshit. They'll find a reason to still fight each other. You know, the Middle East has always been a war zone for hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's up to the new generation. It's up to the new generation to stop letting these politicians divide them and to stop making these religious figures divide them, because this is what they are doing. All of these religious figures and politicians, they're trying to divide the Arabs, you know, make it sectarian, make it a religious war and so on. Like Syria before the war, you know, like the Muslims and the Jews and the Druze and the Christians, they've all coexisted and they still live peacefully right now in Syria. Syria is a totally different country than the rest of the Arab countries. What is happening in Syria is that the Sunnis and the Shias and the Christians and the Druze and all of them, they're fighting ISIS and Al-Qaeda, because ISIS and Al-Qaeda are the threat. But when you want to look at all the religious people in Syria, they've been coexisting and living peacefully with each other for many years. It was only when ISIS and Al-Qaeda entered that all of this fighting started happening. They started killing people, going to Christian towns and killing Christians and burning churches. They started like killing Muslims who don't follow the Islamic faith correctly. So it's only when these barbarians that Obama started funding entered the country, that's when you started having problems. And as soon as we, you know, liberate the whole country from these hairy baboons, life will get back to normal. But our next problem, our second problem, is the economic sanctions that the NATO countries, European countries and the United States are implementing on Syria. This is our second problem, you know, because right now there are areas in Syria that are safe from ISIS and Al-Qaeda, but the problem is that the economy has gotten so destroyed that people are dying of hunger. There's an electricity crisis, there's a fuel crisis, there's a bread crisis, there's no work, and when you find a job, it's always a very low salary. So you have to work 2 or 3 jobs a month just to make ends meet. We're not even talking about building your future or saving up money, just to make ends meet. So this is the problem. So even if we liberate the whole country from terrorists, we still have the economic sanction problem. So under Joe Biden, I don't see any signs of, you know, him lifting the economic sanctions or him stop protecting ISIS. So we either have to wait until another president takes charge and maybe changes the policy, or, you know, I honestly don't know. It's going to take time. It's not going to be solved anytime soon. That's why I finally decided to, you know, leave my country, unfortunately, and look for a better future for myself and my own family. So, like, this is the situation, guys, unfortunately. Hanadi Fox is saying, what do you think about Abdullah reinstating his relationship with Bashar? I mean, look, to be honest, are you talking about Abdullah, the guy, the Saudi Arabian prince or king or whatever? Because if that's who you're talking about, I honestly don't trust Saudi Arabia at all, because Saudi Arabia played a very huge role in destroying Syria. When the war started, they cut all relationship with Syria, whether it's business or diplomatic. And Saudi Arabia was one of the main countries that was brainwashing these jihadists. So you had America and NATO countries sending them money and weapons, and you had okay, she's talking about Jordan. Even Jordan, like Jordan closed her embassy in Syria, and they closed the border. Just now, recently they reopened the border and so on. It's a good thing for Syria, because, you know, for import and export stuff, so now maybe goods and products can now start entering Syria, in and out of Syria. So this is a good thing. But at the same time, you can't really trust, you know, the Arab leaders, Hanadi, because as soon as the war in Syria started, the first thing the Arab leaders did was kick Syria out of the Syrian Union Parliament. I don't know if you remember this or not, and Jordan was also part of this. So you can't really trust Lebanon, you can't really trust Saudi Arabia or the Gulf countries, you can't really trust Jordan. I am for getting back good relationship with them and diplomatic relationship with them, because Syria really needs it for their economy. So I'm not against us, having a diplomatic relationship with all of these Arab countries, but at the same time, it's very important for the Syrian people and Syrian government to be aware of them and to take care, because you can't really trust someone that backstabbed you, because a true friend will really show his loyalty in the times when you are down. When you are down and you're broken and you're devastated, that's when true friends would show. Like if you're down and you're in a bad situation and somebody helps you, that's when you can know that this is a real friend that I can trust in the future, and so on. But most of these Arab countries, when Syria got destroyed, the first thing they did was backstab us. They kicked us out of the Arab Union. They stopped diplomatic relationship with us. They stopped doing business with us. They closed their borders with us. They didn't even allow or accept Syrian refugees in their countries. So it's like, yes, we should reopen our relationship with them, but at the same time, we can't really trust them. We have to be very aware of the things they are doing, because the way I see it is like action speaks louder than words. You have many people that will talk and be like, yes, and I am with you and I will help you and I have your back and so on, and then when you really need them, suddenly they become silent and they stop talking, they stop helping, they cut relationship with the government and so on. So hopefully, I really am praying that Syria improves very, very soon. But we have to be realistic. Any other questions, my friends? Desert Zombies saying wealthy beyond means, but don't help their fellow people Arabs. Well, yeah, Saudi Arabia is the biggest example. Saudi Arabia is a very rich country. The first thing they were doing is they were brainwashing all these jihadists, brainwashing them with this extremist Wahhabi Islamic ideology. They were sending them to Syria. They were coming from all over the world. They were coming from Iraq, from Afghanistan, from Libya, from Saudi Arabia and all of these Gulf countries, and they were fighting and killing in the name of Islam. And Saudi Arabia is a very rich country, and they didn't even open their borders for Syrian refugees. There were many Syrians looking for, seeking asylum, and Saudi Arabia didn't open their borders for all of these, Syrian refugees looking for a safe place to stay, So I don't really trust Saudi Arabia. I don't really like the Saudi Arabian government, and it's not a government that you can trust. Look at what they're doing to the people of Yemen. They're throwing bombs and rockets and killing a lot of Yemeni people, and the mainstream media is not even talking anything about them. Very silent about the atrocities that Saudi Arabia is doing. Simuan is saying, how about Turkey? Where is the relationship stand? I believe they house a lot of refugees. Well, it's true, Turkey housed a lot of refugees, but Turkey opened the border for many jihadists to enter Syria too. It's really crazy. You can't really understand why all of these governments helped in destroying Syria. They hate the Syrian government so much that they didn't care what they're going to do to this country. They didn't care what they're going to do to the people of Syria. Turkey played a very huge role in protecting the jihadists. Even till today, the Turkish army is in a city in Syria called Idlib, and this city is filled with Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Filled. It's like 70% of this city is under the control. It's filled, not under the control. It's completely under the control of ISIS, but 70% of this city is filled with jihadist fighters. And the Turkish army now is in Idlib, in this city, and they're protecting these jihadists and stopping the Syrian army from entering this city and liberating it. Idlib is the last city in Syria under the control of these jihadists, and Turkey and the United States are not allowing the Syrian army to enter and liberate it. So the relationship with Turkey is not good, and also Turkey is a country that we can't really trust. I personally appreciate that they allowed a lot of refugees to enter and so on, but I don't appreciate the policies that they used against Syria. A Safarian official is saying human history to hide our history, nothing more. Well, yeah. Desert is saying our media is like a blackout in the States. So many stories swept under the rug. Well, your media is a joke. Just like 2 weeks ago when the people in the crowds were cheering fuck Joe Biden, and ABC was saying, oh, look at them, they're chanting, let's go Brandon, how beautiful, and so on. It's like, how stupid do you think how stupid do you think we are? Like, are we deaf? Like, we can clearly hear that the American people were chanting fuck Joe Biden, and ABC was saying, oh, look at how beautiful they were chanting, let's go Brandon. It's crazy, my friends. Let me show you guys around. Now we're going, there's like a restaurant slash bar close to the swimming pool here in Sheraton. It's really nice, it's chilled. I'll show you guys a little bit, but I'm not gonna film the people. Maybe some people don't like to get filmed. Well, you'll get the idea. This is the bar. These are the people chilling. It's really nice. And that's it, my friends. It was really nice chatting with you guys. I'll be doing more live videos very, very soon. I just need some time to settle down. I'll do a new video also this week. Thank you guys for being so supportive and patient with me. And there will be more to come. Thank you so much. It was your boy Treka. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace!